Hello and welcome to Football 360 on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com. We here at ThePapare.com are previewing the 6 groups of Euro 2016. We've already previewed A, B and C, and today we'll be doing Group D and tell you all about it. Once again, I'm joined in the ThePapare.com studios by Ashwin Das. Ashwin?
Yes, Navod. Today we'll be looking at Group D featuring Croatia, Czech Republic, Spain and Turkey. An interesting group yet again with all 4 teams who may fancy their hopes of progressing past the group stage. And to start things off, tell you a bit about Croatia.
Yes, they are ranked 23rd in the world and they finished second with 6 wins, 3 draws and 1 loss behind Italy. And their best performance is the quarterfinal stages in 1996 and 2008.
Yes, Ante Kacic is the manager for them, and they rely heavily on their midfield talent. This team have a lot of good midfielders playing for big clubs in Europe, and it will be there that their main strength lies as we have a look at the squad.
With the goalkeepers, Lovre Kalinic, Ivan Vagic, and we'll look at the defenders now. Ivan Strinic and a lot of names which will find it hard. And Dario Srna, the Shakhtar Donetsk, very familiar face, a legend in Croatia.
Yes, Srna and Choluka will be the key men in defense for them, and they'll rely on them to keep things tight at the back with their experience. In midfield, though, is where their real strength lies. Luka Modric and
Ivan Rakitic.
Kovacic, who both play for Real Madrid, Ivan Rakitic, who plays for Barcelona, and Brozovic, who plays for Inter. They'll be their real talent in midfield for them. Ivan Perisic has proved to be a real goal-scoring threat for them as well, with 6 goals in qualifying now.
And 3 assists as well, while Ivan Rakitic 1 goal and 4 assists, and Modric with 2 goals and 2 assists. As we look at the forwards now, led by Mario Mandzukic, the Juventus forward, so he'll be another key player for Croatia.
Yes, Mandzukic and Kalinic will be their main forwards for this tournament, and they will though heavily rely on their midfield, who will have to create many chances if they are to progress. Mandzukic hasn't had a lot of playing time in Juventus this season, and so maybe a bit off the pace, but it will be their midfield certainly has the talent to pull them through the group now.
Now we'll look at Czech Republic, who are ranked 29th in the world, and they finished first in the group with 7 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses, while they finished in the semi-final stages in 2004. That is their best ever performance up to date.
Yes, gone are the days of Czech Republic where Jan Koller, Milan Baros, Pavel Nedved, Karel Poborský, players who really played for the top clubs in Europe. Right now there are no real big names in their squad other than Petr Cech maybe, but they certainly punched well above their weight, and they did really well to top the group, which featured Netherlands, Turkey as well as Iceland, who were a real surprise package in qualifying.
Absolutely. As we look at the goalkeepers now for Czech Republic, yes, once again Petr Cech will be their #1 between the sticks. Now the defenders of Czech Republic, so a lot of names, Jaroslav Pelisil and Vladimir Darida, and this is the midfielders, Thomas Rosicky. So once again Thomas Rosicky in the squad, but didn't play much for Arsenal last week.
Yes, I think he just had 18 minutes of playing time this season due to injuries, and he will be key alongside Borek Dokal, who has enjoyed a decent season in the Europa League. And up front for them, Thomas Nesid will be key. He's playing for Bursaspor, but they will mostly rely on the team effort to get them through this group, I feel now.
Absolutely, and just looking at the strengths and weaknesses, Ashwin, they are lacking big names, but their main focus would be their midfield, the hard-working midfield.
Yes, they are very organized in midfield, and if Thomas Rosicky is fit and can perform, his creative ability will really help them as they try to. They'll need to beat one of Turkey or Croatia, you feel, if they are to go through. So they will really have their work cut out for them, I feel.
Now we'll look at the third team, that's Spain, the defending champions. They were champions in 2008 and 2012. Spain ranked 6th in the world. They finished first in the group with 9 wins and 1 loss. And their best ever performance, like I said before, 2008 and 2012. But not the same sort of class and the world dominance you'd have seen in 2008 and 2012, Ashwin.
Yes, they've had a pretty decent qualifying campaign, but still they lack that sort of air of invincibility they had about them going into the 2012 Euros, an air of invincibility that maybe started in 2010 when they won the World Cup. Vicente Del Bosque is still manager though, and he has called in a lot of new names for this Spanish squad, left out a few big names as well. Diego Costa is one that comes to mind, and as we have a look at his squad,
with goalkeepers, power-packed goalkeepers with David De Gea, Iker Casillas, and David De Gea would most probably be their number 1. And looking at the defenders, once again it's Hector Bellerin who replaced Dani Carvajal. Gerard Piqué and Sergio Ramos will be their spine in central defense. Jordi Alba, Joan Fran, the Atletico Madrid player, and Cesar Azpilicueta. Once again, an indifferent season for Azpilicueta for Chelsea, but still makes the squad. And as we look at the midfielders, they are missing, Joan Mata. So, but still they have the likes of David Silva, Koke, Cesc Fabregas, Bruno Soriano, Andres Iniesta, and the defensive midfield players Sergio Busquets and Thiago Alcantara from Bayern Munich.
yes, that's a midfield that a lot of teams would envy. A lot of creative talent in there, and sometimes though Cesc Fabregas is deployed as a false number 9. We'll see what tactics Del Bosque opts for. Up front, once again, Diego Costa, a big name that's missing, but his Chelsea teammate Pedro makes the cut. Veteran for Athletic Club Bilbao, Aduriz makes the cut along with Alvaro Morata as well, who's enjoyed a great season with Juventus.
Yes, and do you think, Ashwin, they still have the capability of making it 3 in a row in Euro 2016?
Undoubtedly, Navod, they may not have as big names as they had. No Xavi, for instance, no Torres, no David Villa, no Diego Costa up front for them, but I still think they have plenty of talent to see them through. They will still play their passing football. A lot of teams will struggle to have decent spells of possession against them, and they are capable of winning this championship as well.
Absolutely, and the fourth team in Group D is Turkey, who are ranked 13th in the world. They finished third in the group with 5 wins, 3 draws and 2 losses. And their best third place finish and their best ever performance was the semi-final stage in 2008.
Yes, Turkey struggled initially, but they recovered well in a tough group to finish as the best third place team in qualifying and seal automatic qualification for the Euros. They have they have a lot of talent in midfield. Fatih Terim has selected a good squad for the Euros. As we have a look in goal for them, Volkan Babacan will undoubtedly be their main man between the sticks, and in defense it will be Mehmet Topal, who plays at Fenerbahce, who will be their who has been their defensive mainstay throughout qualifying. And in midfield, though, is where their main strength lies. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, free kick specialist in the Bundesliga, Nuri Sahin, Oguzhan Ozyakap, former Arsenal trainee, and Arda Turan, all can pose a lot of threats.
Absolutely, and even Emre Mor, the youngster who makes the squad for Turkey, and we'll look at the forwards for them. So that's Burak Yilmaz, Cenk Tosun, Yunus Mali, and Arda Turan. As you said, Ashwin had scored 2 goals with 3 assists, while Burak Yilmaz scored 4 goals and 1 assist in the qualifying stages. And just looking at this group where we have Spain, Turkey, Czech Republic and Croatia. Do you think, Turkey has the opportunity to make it into the knockout stages?
Yes, I certainly feel that they have a good chance, but key games for them will be the games against Croatia on the 12th of June and against Spain on the 17th of June. I think those two games will be key for them, and also in the group to decide who will qualify from Group D in Euro 2016.
Yes, that's it from Group D in this Euro 2016 preview from ThePapare.com. This is me, Navod Vijay Vikrama, signing off for ThePapare.com along with Ashwin Das, sharing the passion.